As we all know, Valentine's is fast approaching. Most of you guys probably have dates. Lucky you. Sadly, some of us, like myself, will pretty much spend Valentine's Day alone as per usual. But don't worry, my dude, I got you. If you lack some lovin', here are, in my opinion, the best romantic video games ever made. So, without further ado, I'm Enzo and this is Yugatech Gaming. So for our first game, if you're into some quirky anime romances, you should check out Persona 4. The game follows a group of high school students dealing with a mysterious TV channel dedicated to distort and exaggerating the truth of who they are and their identities. The game is very engaging, the story is a Carl Jung influence, it also has fun side quests and a thrilling combat system. Persona 4 isn't just an excellent JRPG, it's one of the best PC games available. On the other hand, if you just want something a bit more casual, Florence is a game I would suggest you buy. You follow the story of a 25-year-old Florence Yo as she lives her daily routine and meets Krish, a cellist she sees in the park. The game features little written dialogue and tells Florence's story through a series of brief chapters. Puzzles are used to reinforce the pieces of Florence's life. The game personally resonates with me, and the art style is something that I like as well. Next, this list wouldn't be complete without Final Fantasy X. If there is a contest between the best Final Fantasy couple ever, no doubt Tidus and Yuna are the best. Despite the game's high fantasy setting, their chemistry and the build-up to their romance just pretty much warms the soul. Although if you're looking for an edgier Final Fantasy with a reasonably decent romance and better graphics, no doubt Final Fantasy VII Remake will be a game you'll enjoy. Honestly, either of these two Final Fantasy games are good, but I would personally recommend Final Fantasy X since it just hits a spot, man, and personally, short-haired women are superior. Okay, moving on to the next game, we have Stardew Valley. The game doesn't have a linear story, but it does let you make your own narrative, which is great, since the environment and the feel of the game is just enough to make up for it. It brings you to a safe space that there are no judgments and the characters are just so vibrant that you'll just fall in love with. And not to mention, its epic background music. Moving on, if you're looking for something a bit more art house, you should check out Gone Home. Set in the year 1995, Gone Home puts the player in the role of a young woman returning overseas to her rural Oregon family home to find her family currently absent and the house completely empty, leaving her to piece together recent events. The game tells a love story in a not so conventional way, so if you're an artsy-fartsy, might as well check this game out. Next, for you guys who just want to play a very story-driven game series and enter the lives of angsty, shy teenagers, I highly recommend the Life is Strange series. The game's story is heart-wrenching. It almost feels like that you're the star of a coming-of-age story, which we all know so well gives the best and the purest love stories ever. So if you're a sucker for tragic romances, be sure to check this game out. Now, if you're looking for an epic adventure, complete with a complicated romance, then no doubt Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt is the best game that's available. This game will force you to make really hard decisions, from saving the world to choosing which girl will make you happy ultimately. Take note, they both are great, which makes it even harder. Next, if you guys want to be yourselves without any judgments or whatever, and love whoever you want, check out the Mass Effect series and the Dragon Age series. The guys who made these games, BioWare, are pretty much the masters when it comes to video game immersion. Both games let you create your own character and establish relationships. If you're into high fantasy romance, go for Dragon Age. But if you're into the epic space saga romance, Mass Effect is one of the best there is. It all depends on which themes you prefer. Games are all fictional, but how they virtually program characters are just phenomenal. You can fall in love with the characters and relive your fantasies through these games, hopefully wholesomely. Anyway, let me know what you think. Leave them in the comment section below and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to visit yugatech.com/gaming for more news, tips, and tricks. It's your boy Enzo, and stay safe.